What is up, my bodyweight warriors, and welcome back to another video and the final video of this at-home program series. We've done a video every single day this week of all of those different follow-alongs, from strength work, mass gain, isometric work, flexibility, both dynamics, PNF, sort of contract relax related, and also some relaxed stretching. There's a whole bunch of different exercises and workouts individually. They are kind of a program in and unto themselves, but I wanted to make a video today just to kind of expand on things and explain to you how you can go about better applying what I've shared this week, and also just generally some of the other content on this channel. So let's jump into it. Firstly, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's followed along with this routine so far at home. Don't remember that we're all in this together essentially, and we all need to do our part. Staying at home, self-isolating is one of those parts. So thank you for doing that. I hope these routines help you out whilst you are in that process. If you've enjoyed this routine so much and you also want to help support all the great work that people are doing to help combat this virus, then I will leave a link to the Red Cross in the description down below. I personally will be donating myself. If you want to as well, I would highly appreciate it, and I'm sure a lot of people out there would as well. So thank you for that. Firstly, what I'm going to do is, if you want to use any of these workouts in particular, obviously they're available as the follow-alongs themselves on the YouTube channel. I'm also going to put a link in the description down below for the PDF, so you just have the full routines themselves kind of written down for you if you want to use. And then finally, obviously they're in my app Tribe as well, which will be available completely for free for everyone. So all of these routines are arranged in the original way and the way they were posted on this channel, those days 1 through 6, or I guess technically today is day 7, but it should be a day that we just rest, relax, recover before the next week of training. That one kind of works pretty well. It's a pretty standard layout. It's going to have a little bit of variety, but you're going to want to keep things somewhat consistent for 4, 6, or 8 weeks. This will work well for a majority of people, especially beginners, and also sort of a little bit encroaching into that intermediate range. This routine will be absolutely perfect for you. Obviously, modify as you want to, depending on what your goals are. If you're an absolute beginner, I would recommend making some changes to this workout layout. Instead of following the routine as is, I would scrap the mass gain workout, which is day number 5, and I would simply alternate between days 1 and days 3. So the full body strength and the full body isometric. I would do those on days 1, 3, and 5, alternate back and forth. So whichever one you did last time, you're going to do the other one. So you do strength, isometric, strength, isometric, strength, isometric, etc. And just keep repeating that. Those are going to build up more of that foundational strength, the stuff that's going to be more useful at a beginner level. If mass gain is more your focus, then what I'd recommend doing is actually scrapping the whole thing whatsoever. And I would recommend going over to the mass gain workout, the day number 5 that we posted. And in there, in the description, I actually wrote down the options if you just wanted to do this as just an upper body and a lower body workout. And that's what I would recommend doing if mass gain was your sole focus. And that would look like a traditional upper lower split. You'd do day 1 and day 2, and day 4 and day 5. You do upper lower rest, upper lower 2 rests, and then you could add some stretching in on those rest days. I've also split those workups out in the downloadable PDF as well if you want to check that one out. By splitting it into this upper and lower split, we're going to allow more volume to be done on each of those days of training, which means that we hopefully are going to get more of that mass gain response than, say, the other workout layouts. Finally, let's look at those who want to develop more skill strength. So we're talking things about the planche and the front lever. I would actually recommend scrapping the isometric session, and I would stick to just the strength and just the mass gain sessions. And just like the beginner example that I mentioned, I would alternate back and forth. So I would do a day 1, day 3, day 5, and I would do strength, mass gain, strength, mass gain, alternate back and forth between them, doing the full body variations of those particular workouts. This will give you a nice balance between both vertical pushing, so those pike push-ups, and horizontal pushing, so the planche push-ups, and it's also going to give you some decent stimulus in skills like the front lever rows and the planche push-ups, whilst enough frequency without so much of the focus on that kind of mass gain fatigue element. So that's basically it for the strength side of things. You've got the original, the beginner, the mass gain, and then the more skills focused. It's still not massively skills focused. You'd probably want to add some additional work on top, but it's certainly going to help secure and make sure that foundation is solid. Let's move on now to the flexibility aspect. Now, I actually posted 3 flexibility routines, and they've been intentionally different. They can be done as they're shown in the program where you just do one on each different days, but the focus of them is slightly different. So let's start with the first one, the dynamic flexibility routine. Now this one is more of like a daily kind of grease in the groove, brushing off the rust, using the range of motion, and it's something that, as I said, you could do on a daily basis. It's not particularly intense, it's not particularly long, it's just kind of, as I said, about using that range of motion. Flexibility is a lot about using it or losing it. So this routine can kind of be sprinkled in wherever you feel like it needs to go. It works great on a rest day. Next, let's talk about that PNF, that contract, relax, more neurological style of flexibility training that we had on day number 4. This routine is actually quite different to the other 2 flexibility routines in this overall program, in the sense that it's just that little bit more intense. It's not something that I would recommend necessarily doing daily, but it is something that you could do 3, maybe 4 times per week quite happily and get good results doing. For this one, you can do on the rest days in between, or you can add it after your sessions if you wanted to get everything done in one day. That would also work out quite nicely. Finally, we have the relax routine, and much like the dynamic flexibility routine, this is a low intensity, this is a more relaxed style of stretching, and to be honest, it's something that I would recommend doing on a daily basis. It's a great way just to unwind, relax, breathe a little, take away some of that stress, and again fits very nicely into that use it or lose it realm of things. It's not going to be the most intense stretching, but it certainly is going to be one of the best for people who especially can be quite chronically tight and just need to understand a little bit more how to relax and give in to that stretch feeling. So hopefully that answers all your questions in terms of how about you can apply this program, because knowledge is nice, seeing a workout is nice, but applying it is better. And I just wanted to kind of say that there is a lot of things out there when it comes to the home workouts, and people that keep posting lots of different exercises and mixing things up. And ultimately, if you want to make progress during this time off, this time at home, which hopefully you want to make progress, that's the end goal. You also want to have fun with your training, that's where that variety comes in. But at the end of the day, you need to do something consistently, and you need to do the same thing consistently for at least a certain period of time. So if you're gonna do this routine, or if you're gonna do any routine, anyone who's posted a routine out there, make sure you're doing it for kind of at least 4 weeks. If you're going to mix things up any more regularly than that, unless you're very advanced, you're going to struggle to make any sort of consistent progress. You need to have a consistent program, and you're going to need to do it for 4, 6, maybe even 8 weeks consistently to make the most out of it. As I said, full links to everything are in the description down below, so if you want to check that one out, the PDF, obviously the full routines, my app if you want to go on that one, or just any of the other routines that I have on this channel. I will do my best to link some things in the description down below. But that has basically been it for this week, guys. I'm going to take a break from making videos until next Sunday. Doing a video every day has been pretty fun, a good challenge, but definitely not something I want to do for the long term. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this whole series or just these videos in general, then please hit that thumbs up button, support the channel, support that YouTube algorithm. Whilst you're down there, you can also leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on this program. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. Anything else you want to suggest for some future content, something you'd like to see during this quarantine lockdown period that we're currently all in. Also, if you want to stay along for the ride, don't want to miss out on any more future videos, hit that subscribe button, join the Bodyweight Warrior tribe. But that has basically been it for this week, guys. I'll catch you in the next episode. Have a strong week, and peace.